Hello family, this is your brother Charles Jr. Belter, and on my show today I'm having an amazing, highly esteemed a brother, a friend, a father, as well as a husband married to the most gorgeous, beautiful, talented sister of ours. And not also he's a pastor, and also he's also chairing one of the biggest group, which is called City Praise Coca-Cola. So he's with me here on this show. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
I'm very much fine, thank you. Amazing. You're comfortable?
Yeah, I'm very comfortable.
Oh, amazing. I just want to be sure. So, sir, thank you for joining me this on this site. So, you hearing about this of you being a pastor, being a father, being a husband, being a chairman. What thought that comes to your mind when you hear all those titles?
First of all, I want to greet the viewers, wherever you're watching us. All these titles is a calling.
Amazing.
I will just put it in this way: it's a calling. Being a father is a calling. Being a pastor is a calling. Being a leader is a calling. So all these things, they are just in one word. It's a calling. So if it's a calling, you have to understand it.
Definitely.
You have to know the responsibility. You have to share the time for each responsibility. That's the most important thing. You have to make sure that each responsibility, it has its own time. Then you can manage the titles.
Wow, amazing. You heard that it's been one of the most treasurable and exciting. So now let's get into your upbringing. What was it like? What kind of environment did you grow up?
Okay, so David Kawisha is a man who was born in Memphis. Yeah, I was born from a very humble family, humble background. Yeah, I was born in Chingona. That's where I was born in Chompala Clinic.
Wow.
So I'm a Chingona
resident.
So that's where I was born. From there, I grew up in Lusaka. I've been to Lusaka.
Okay.
I've been to.
So pamuziva na ukamba tinya.
Yeah, Maziwa, because I spent some years that side.
Okay.
So by that time, Lusaka was just some places were just bush. So there were some forests. This time it has developed. That was 1990 something. That's when I was in Lusaka, but I've been to Lusaka for some times. Yeah. From there, I went to Kawisha. That's a copper belt, copper belt province. And then I went to Fanyama, and then that's where I started my school.
Wow.
I started in Fanyama. There I did my primary up to grade 7. I passed, and then I came to to Chilabombe, specific to in Congo.
Wow.
Yeah, so here, that's where now I started my grade 8. Grade 9, I was at Konkola Basic. From there, I went to Chilabombe. That's where I did my education.
So have you ever been in your education life? Have you ever faced any kind of bully, any kind of like those things which normally when attending your education in primary school where they did you ever face those kind of bullies?
Yes, those things are there. They are there in every school. You find those things, especially that when you are coming from a humble background, a humble family, where you are not being recognized. You see, there are families that are being recognized. But what is important is you yourself to believe in yourself, to believe that I'm here for a purpose. I'm here to get what I want to get. So when I came to Chilabombe, specifically at Kongola Basic, I had that in mind to say I'll find others who have been to private schools. Because me, I've never been to private school. So from grade 1 up to grade 12, I was just at the government school. So you can imagine, brought up in that way. So I had that in mind. So I was like, how am I going to catch up with these guys? So there was just little, fear in me. But eventually, like catch up with the guys that I found there. I just believed in myself to say, no, I needed to get something.
I love this statement you've stated, believing in yourself. Believing in yourself is the most important thing. If you don't believe in yourself, then nobody will believe in yourself. So now let's get to it. Like in terms of now growing up, you've been from primary, secondary to university or college. What was the most biggest challenge you ever faced, and how did you come out of it, and what was the lesson?
Okay, so when I was in secondary, my biggest challenge was the fees, school payments, because usually when I was at Chilabombo Secondary School, they used to chase us. Most of the time when we go to school, to class, they will come and say those who have not paid for their school fees, go out, go and come with money, go and collect money from your parents. So you can imagine. So those were challenges for me, because when I was growing up, I wanted to be educated, to have education in my life, because from where I'm coming from, that's the reason why I wanted much to have education. So you can imagine, you want to be educated and you are being chased out. So that was a very big challenge for me, because most of the time I wanted always to be in the class, to study and to concentrate. Now imagine you are concentrating on something and then here comes someone and chase you out. Why you want something? So it was a disturbing situations. So that was a very big challenge in terms of school. But
did you ever, sorry to cut you, but did you ever thought of like, okay, this challenge that I'm facing, okay, there is someone who can maybe come through. Did you ever, did you ever pray to God and say, oh Jesus, please, I need this, I don't want to be chased, I don't want to be chased, but I want to continue learning how?
It's in everyone. It's in everyone. It's everyone's prayer. When you are in challenge, when you are facing challenges, situations like the way I'm explaining to you, your prayer is, God, I need a destiny help. Someone who can pay for my school fees. Someone who can do this and this and this. Yes, I had people who were paying for me, but they were not affording, because due to, you are living many at one place. Your uncle, they are giving you, maybe you are 20, maybe you are 15, and you cannot manage to pay for everyone, for each one of you. So you can just pay half of it, and the school wants the full. You can imagine. So those are the things that make somebody to start praying for a destiny helper. So it was in me. I was always asking God, I'm here for a purpose. I want to be like that person. I want to become a lawyer, because that was my ambition. I wanted to become a lawyer. So always, even my friends, even this time, they call me lawyer. Oh, lawyer. So that was in my mind. I wanted to become a lawyer. For you to become a lawyer, you have to study. You have to aim high. You understand? You have to aim high. So that was in my mind. So you can imagine the situation. So what would be your prayer? Your prayer would be, God, I want the destiny so that I can finish this journey. So that was my prayer. By the grace of God, I remember we had the headmaster by the name of Mr. Kapambwe. I don't know if he's still there at Chilabombo Secondary School, or maybe he has retired. Whenever he found us outside the gate, he would be like, you guys, what are you doing outside? You see. So to me it was like, there were other people wanted just when they were chased out, they were happy, let's go and pray. But to us, who wanted to be where we wanted to become, we were like, I cannot go home. Let me first, dress sometime. Maybe the teacher will come and say, get in, go and get inside the class. So those are the things. But this man, Whenever I found you there, you will be like, no guys, you cannot spend your time here. Get inside. And I'll be like, wow, God, thank you, God. Now you go and now it was a disturbing thing because you find that that period has ended, maybe smart. You will find maybe there's only 2 periods. So those were challenges.
So now, talking, I've just forgotten the year, but at Chilamu Secondary School, you were recognized as one of the best students, the best people to say, or let me just state it that, the best student. You were recognized, you had jet affair. What was the impact then, and what memories have you lived with?
All right. Okay. So on that one, yeah, like I said earlier, that in me there was that spirit that I want to become something.
Yeah.
So when I came in Chilabon, when I started school, I had that spirit, that heart to become somebody. So no matter the people I find, okay, I had that spirit to participate. No matter even if I fail or I did it correct, as long as I participated, that was my exposure. That exposure, you understand?
Yeah.
You understand? I didn't want to make myself like I'm coming from this background, so I cannot be among these guys. So that was not in me. So I had that spirit. So when I went to Chirabupe Secondary School, that was in 2010.
Yeah.
So there were so many clubs. You know, there were posterity clubs, chess clubs, mathematics clubs. You saw those things. So I decided to go to chess, junior, what.
Yeah.
That's where I went, and then there we were taught many things, how to be innovative. Yeah, as pupils, as we are growing up, so we are taught a lot of things. So me, I decided to go with there is a category we call visual head. Okay. So that's the category that I went. So I came up with a skeleton, locomotion skeleton. If you remember, in Aroused there is the topic called locomotion.
Yes.
So when we are when a teacher is teaching on that topic, there must be something that the pupil should do, see that this is what is happening. So that was in my thought. So that's why I went in the visual aid, something that you can see and something that can help somebody to say, oh, this is what the muscle does, this is what the blood vessel does, in the actual, not in the theory, but to bring it open so that somebody can see. So that is the project that I had. So from there, I contested on the school level. Yeah, I contested on the co-ed school level. I think I can call it like that. So there were some guys who were like, what can you do? Where are you going? You're just wasting your time. But I had that passion, I had that heart. Yeah, I had that zeal, you understand? I had that zeal to say, no, I can't do this. I can. If somebody can do this, even me, I can do more. I can do more. Exactly. Yeah. So that's how I started the journey, and then from there, I won. I came the first. So
I remember we were like, the old people were surrounded, and the old teachers were they lined up, and then they were like shaking hands.
Yeah.
That was it inspired and motivated a lot of people.
By the time you were there,
I can remember.
So from there, from school level, we went to inter-district. That was in Chingole. So there, I found people with so many projects. So many projects. When you see a project, you're like, what am I doing here? You see, what am I doing here? But like I said, I always grow up with that heart to say, I can. That's the heart I have. I can. If somebody can do this, then even me, I can. So we went there. We waited for the what do you call these people? Those who were in charge of seeing the projects. Then they came in. Then there was the first one. He demonstrated his project. The second one, we were 6 of us, if not 6, 7.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was the last person to demonstrate. So most of the people who were inside and those who were outside, they were interested to see
What
my
your
project
was.
Yeah. So they came with their cameras. Yeah, trying to capture the project. So I started explaining to them how the muscles move, the bicep, the triceps, on this part, on this part, on the leg. So I had something that I have to put on toes, like, I'm a wire. So I used those wires and the condoms and then syringes and the tubes. So it's like when I move like this, it was also moving with the same direction. So if I do this, it also do the same. So there was a technique which was there about pressure. You understand pressure, equal pressure, what. So that's the technique I used.
Wow.
So that was the project that I had. So it was very, very big. So I started from there. We finished. So we waited before now for the result. So we went in the school at the this school as you go to town, Chingola.
Oh.
As you go to that last roundabout.
Yeah, I think I know the name, but I've just forgotten.
Yeah, is it Chingola Secondary?
Something like that. Yeah.
That's where we went. So from there we went in the school to wait for the result. So they started from third position, second position, and then me. So they were just picking three
positions
to go for provincial. Yeah. So now I was there with my teachers who came from Chirabombe, waiting for the result. So from there, then they started with number 3. I was not there. Second position, I was not there. First position, Kawisha Edward. I was very excited. I'm telling you, I was very excited.
We live for excellence.
Yeah, so I was chosen from there. To make it short, we went for provincial in Kasama. That's where we had the provincial. So there, the program was they want the first position. They will go for national, which was in Canada.
Wow.
Yeah, it was in Canada, and then I did my part. I came second at provincial level. I became second. That's how I was left out because they were just picking first position. Yeah. So that's how I.
But you live for the road of excellency.
Yeah. Even the certificates are there in my house from all those certificates. I got certificates. Yeah.
Congratulations. So now let's get into you being an aspiring candidate for 2026 for Joseph Milawad. Now how was this? Because this is huge, guys. There's so much inspiration coming from him, and we would like to know how was this idea come from? What was the motivation and the inspiration?
Okay, so on that one, the inspiration that made me to make this decision of aspiring. I have been in politics for some years, but I was not just active. Okay, so I was not just active. I've been in politics from Mazoka when I was a time. Although I was young, but I started from there following the politics. I was very young, but I started from there. So I've been a reader. My leadership from school level, I was a prefect. I've been a reader in church. Yeah, I've been leader in some other organizations. Yeah. So I've been a reader, but I was not in active politics. Not until now. I made a decision this year.
Wow.
Yeah, that's when I made a decision that I will contest in this coming general election 2026.
Wow, it was like this thing, natural coming up.
Yeah, wow. You see, like I said, leadership is calling. Yeah, you were born to be a leader. It's God who calls to be a leader. So that leadership quality is God given. It's not man given. Okay, but politics, you can be mentored and become a politician.
Yeah.
So there are two things here: a politician and a leader. Okay. So there are people who are politicians but they are not leaders.
Yeah.
They cannot lead and they can do politics.
I'm learning this.
You understand?
Wow.
So There are two things here that we should understand as young generation who are coming. So leadership is a quality, it's a calling to lead people. Politics, you go there maybe with other interests. But the most important part in this journey is the interest of the people. So from there, when I looked at my village, my community, I said, no, I have to give back to the community. What can I give back to the community? And this is the decision that I made to say, no, let me just try to contest if I can go through and then I do something for my community. Yes, we are doing something. It's not that when we become, it's not that when we become politicians, that's what we can do. No, but they are
starting from.
we have started already on the ground. We have done something on the ground, but there are some things that we cannot do without becoming a leader there on top. So this is what we are doing on the ground, and we have started mobilizing as a team. Yeah, we have started mobilizing as a team. Come 2026, we are ready for the ground, we are ready for the people, we are ready for any situation.
So now, let's come to the people when they hear about, Sir Edward is aspiring. What's the response to people? What's the feedback? Is this something which they are hoping for? Like they are giving you the hope, and you're giving you are being given. Let me just say you are having that hope, and that's you that okay, the people need someone. The people need someone, a leader. How is the reaction to people when they hear about you becoming an aspiring candidate?
Okay, so on that one, it was a very big challenge. I can tell you, my brother, it was a very big challenge because I'm coming from a certain background, you see. I'm coming from a certain life. Because what people knows about me is that I'm a man of God.
Definitely.
I get it? I'm a man of God. So immediately they heard that I'm standing, they started calling. What is happening, man of God? What is this? So you see such kind of situation. So I started now going to these big men of God, my mentor and other men of God. Yeah. So I started now inquiring for wisdom. So this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm hearing.
And you know what? Christians are supposed to take those kind of positions so that when there is a decision in any government places, they are the ones locally. This one we need this one. So this is amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. So many people they think like politicians are not Christians. No, politicians
are not for Christians. They are not for believers.
No. That's why we are complaining as Christians. We are complaining much because we are not taking part on these things. Imagine if we can take part, all of us, in this thing, the world will be better. Even if it cannot be 100%, but we can make it better at least. Okay? So if we involve ourselves in these things, you will find that you will find an MP, is a bishop. You find a councillor, is a pastor. You find a mayor, is a reverend. What do you think? What will be the parliament?
That will be so.
What will be in the chamber? You see, so some of these decisions making, maybe if you bring a decision which is not in the interest of the people, you will say no, we cannot do this.
Definitely.
Remember, we are not just politicians, but we are men of God. That's the first calling. We are men of God. We are here to serve. The same way we are serving people, or the same way we are serving people in the church, is the same way we have to serve people in this journey. You understand? So I had so many challenges. I still have so many challenges, but by the help of men of God and other people who are surrounded by me, we are trying our best. And we are going to do it. We are not going to go back because we believe in the voice of God. We believe in the direction of God, and God will help us to go through. It's a very big challenge. It's a very big challenge, but we expect this. We expect this, and we are expecting more. And being in leadership is not an easy thing. It's a very big challenge. Imagine the whole community giving you the responsibility to lead. So you have to have more wisdom. You have to consult from big people who can advise you in other ways.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is amazing. This is so inspiring, and it's motivating young people, because young people, we are the ones we are the ones need to be to take position.